Hey there everyone, this is Matt for Creative Reviews. Today we're here with an iPhone 5 and an iPhone 5 case from FabriShop. You can find customizable cases for your tablets or phones on FabriShop.com. That's FabriShop.com. What we're going to be taking a look at is the tough case for the iPhone 5 or the iPhone 5S, since they share the exact same body style. Now, if you've seen our iPad mini with Retina display case review, the box is pretty much exactly the same, except for it is considerably smaller because it's only holding a smartphone case. You can find this on FabriShop.com for $39.99, and all of these, again, are customizable. So let's take a look at what we get here. We get an introduction card, and this is another good thing that I've seen FabriShop includes with their products is not only do they include their case, but they include a screen cover and screen wipe and applicator on it. So if you want, you can cover your phone up, so when you cover the back, you will have a cover on the front. I'm personally not going to use this because I always choose to have my screens open, but it's really good that they do include this to give you the option, even when you're not wearing their case, you can still have your front protected. So let's take a look at what our case here looks like. You get this nice little cover here, and here is our case. This is something that I designed. This is a picture I took, and I used their system, which is really easy to go through. I suggest you take a look when you have some time. But you select your picture, you can rotate it a little bit, and then you can see the finalized version. And this is what we got. A nice case here. It has a nice clear coat. This here says Super Deluxe. This is actually from an antique car my father and I are attempting to restore, and I thought this would look really nice. He also has an iPhone, and I thought this would be a nice gift for him, and I think that he would really enjoy having this. But without further ado, let's take a look at the case itself. Now, if you see this case and think this is probably just like any other case that you have that is a hard shell back, this one's a little bit different because although it does have this hard shell back, it does come with this rubber bumper. So if you have this here with the phone, it's not going to fit in here properly. But when you put the iPhone inside this rubber case, that'll give you a little bit extra, I'd say, bounce protection or any kind of drop protection. And then you slide this in here. Alright, I've gotten some fingerprints on the front, but that's okay. It fits in here really nicely. You can see these rubber edges come around here, and on top of the device it forms a lip around it, and I think that does pretty well because when you have it face down, you're not really going to get any scratches. Now, I may have to apply this more than once into this hard shell backed case, because what I see here is let's see if we can get this close enough so you can see as well, some little places here where it does not lie flush on that screen, and that's not something that I like seeing too much. You can see here. Here it's lying flat, here it is not. So let's see if we can fix that easily. I do like the quality here. It does seem to be a fingerprint magnet. Already I can see my fingerprints on here, but it does leave your holes for your camera and flash. On top, the rubberized portion does cover the power sleep button, but you can still access it. Strangely enough, it does not cover the flip switch, which I guess actually is not strange, but that's because you do need to flip this back and forth, and it would be hard to do it with rubber. And your volume rockers are underneath the rubber because that is something easy. Of course, this is not waterproof. I would like my cases to be waterproof, but that's just a personal preference. This is drop proof. Well, not drop proof, but drop resistant. Now, I do want to remove this without damaging the case, so let's see how I can do that. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this. I'm going to try my best not to hurt this in any way. because the last thing I want to do is tear the rubber here. Let's see. Seems to be a lot harder than it was. A lot harder taking off than putting on. This may be a problem with this case. Huh, okay. Here we go. So it was a little bit hard to take off. I don't know how much this rubber can take because it's pretty, well, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's flimsy rubber, but that's, that is what's called for here. But, I don't really want to stretch it too much and tear it, so I don't know how much this can really take. So let's make sure that we have everything flush this time. I don't want anything getting underneath and this getting dirt anywhere that I don't want dirt. So it seems like it's as flush as possible, but I have a feeling that this is actually not going to be as flush as I ever really want it to be. Yes, even when I have this set into the case properly, this is leaving a huge gap here, and it's not allowing me to press this down enough. And I see that as a little bit of a problem with this case. It's nice to look at. The customization was done really nicely, but unfortunately, these lips are still coming a little bit too high for my liking. And even when I push it down as far as I think it can go, it's not really what I would see as acceptable. But it does leave holes for everything here. I think the price is pretty decent, seeing as this is a customizable case and that you do get some additional accessories, screen cover for your phone, and screen wipe and screen applicator. So I suggest you give this a try, and other products that FabriShop has a try as well. Again, they make tablet and smartphone cases, and they're all customizable. And again, you can find those on FabriShop.com. All right, this has been Matt for Creative Reviews. Let us know what you like and what you don't like, and I'll see you guys next time.